So another question for us to work on, and you're told that make x the subject of the formula. So make x the subject of the formula. And as a teacher or a student, then that tells you that you're supposed to ensure that in the expression going to be given here, or the formula to be given here, or the question to be presented to us here, you're supposed to ensure that x is on one side alone, while all other variables in the formula are taken on the other side of the equal sign. So the question given is log p is equal to the logarithm of 10 plus the logarithm of mx raised to 2. That is the question. Log p is equals to log 10 plus the logarithm of mx raised to 2. So we shall be able to have this. So the log of p should be equal to the log of 10 plus. So you see, whenever you find two variables getting placed together on a logarithmic writing, you can be able to separate them. Whereby I was told by my teacher that the logarithm, for example, of m plus the logarithm of x can be written as the logarithm of mx. I guess that makes sense to you. Because I know the logarithm of m plus the logarithm of x can get written as the logarithm of m and plus changes to multiplication. So that means m times x. So that becomes the log of m times x. So that means you can rewrite that and have this. So I can now come here and say the logarithm of m. Okay, there it is. Then I say plus. Before we actually ended up having mx squared, that meant we are just supposed to have m plus the logarithm of x squared. So that means the logarithm of m plus the logarithm of x squared will become the logarithm of mx squared. So that plus becomes multiplication. So between m and x squared, we have what we call a multiplication sign. So then I'll proceed and have the logarithm of p. I'll take log 10 on this other side. I'll be able to have minus log 10. Okay. And this must be equal to the logarithm of m plus the logarithm of x squared. Let's further take log m on this other side. So we shall have log p less log 10 less log m. That must be equal to the logarithm of x squared. That's how mathematics can get done, just as slow as that, slow but very sure. So we can be able to combine these logs. So we shall be able to have the logarithm of p divided by 10. Okay. And we say less, so I've combined these two where minus changes to division. Okay. Then less the logarithm of m. That means equal be to log of x squared. So we shall come and then combine these two. So I'll have the logarithm, and this is into. Okay, fine, no problem. Then I know this is going to be p over 10 divided by m. That must be equal to the logarithm of x squared. So I know it is 1 log. You can just drop those logs, so you'll be able to have p. I was told not to actually cancel this, and I'm just told to actually put in my mind that I'm supposed to drop them. So that becomes p over 10m is equals to x squared. So I'll introduce a square root sign on both sides. So that ends up becoming x is equal to the plus or minus p over 10m, and the square root sign is introduced here. So that becomes our final answer to that question.